if you know who you're talking to, you choose a market, meaning your target market, you immediately become an expert. Now, of course, there are 3 other steps, but this is the beginning. Now, let me give you some examples. And like I said, I love telling stories and giving examples because then you'll be more inspired to do this, because success equals what? Do you remember? Inspiration. Success equals inspiration. Good. So let's meet Lisa. So Lisa Chastain, when she first came to me, she was actually a financial advisor, but she was not having success, okay? And also, at the same time, and I didn't even realize this till she told me recently, she was a dating coach. Now, here's a woman who's a dating coach who was married, and she was actually unhappily married, and she had an 8-year-old son, and she was also a dating coach, kind of like this is her hustle, right? Her side hustle as a financial advisor. And trust me, I know because I had struggled in the industry as well. And then, so she was posting on social media all over the place and then posting stuff about discounts because for compliance reasons, she really wasn't allowed to post much about retirement and things. So she's had this crazy stuff all over. She had no focus. She wasn't really congruent with it. She wasn't clear at all. Now you can see at the bottom, it says she had maybe 10 likes and then 2 likes on the other one. Wasn't really working. Here she is 2.5 years later. This just happened 3 weeks ago. She was on CNBC. Featured as the millennial money coach. Who did she target? Millennials, in fact, millennial women. She had 4,187 views on Twitter, partnering with CNBC. Is that pretty awesome? How many of you would like to do that? How many of you are scared as crap to do that? But it's pretty cool anyway. Okay, what did she do? She picked a target market. Now, I got to tell you, when she first had a conversation with me, she didn't know, right? How many of you feel like, oh yeah, I've heard that, the riches are in the niches, riches are in the niches. But how many of you, even though you've known that, you've also heard, make sure to cast a wide net? Has anyone gotten both? Right? It's a little confusing, right? And then, how many of you, even though you know, no, but I do believe in target marketing and niching, I think that's good, but it seems hard to choose. Anyone? Okay, good. So she had the same problem. So first she was going to be the gay guy coach. And for a day, she was going to be the gay guy coach. And next time she came to me, she's like, actually, I want to help millennials. I'm like, sure, do that. It didn't matter. Because once she decided, we started targeting that way, and it started to work. But millennials worked better for her. So she did this immediately, and this is what she did. This is called the call out. Now, for her, she did have, post a lot on social media, so she started just being more targeted. And she put the word millennial women. And now notice this post is not from her. It's actually someone else. Because she started posting so much and so clearly to who she targets, that other people started reposting for her and sharing this stuff. So she was starting to get leads from other people. This post alone got her 2 or 3 speaking engagements and got her 2 clients. It's crazy. So also what she did is she started to use vulnerability. So as an instant expert, if you want to be the expert, and I say perceived as the expert because you all are experts in your own right. And if you don't think you are, that's just your own crap. I'm saying crap for you instead of the SH word. I'm not using the F word for you as well. Fun? I'm not going to say that. Okay, so use vulnerability. When you are vulnerable, and Nicole just showed that she can be vulnerable. She was scared to come up here. She did it. Robyn just said stretch. That's awesome, super coachable. But when she used specific vulnerability, when Lisa did, and specifically to her target market, she got a lot of views, a lot of people paid attention, and she got huge results. And here she is. You don't have to read it, but I highlighted some things where she said, I couldn't pay my mortgage. They accidentally took out a second payment, and she didn't have the money. And they had to turn the water off and all these things. And people were like, wow, my gosh, and they relate to her more. The things we're most afraid of. So back in 2016, so you can see the transformation, she was negative cash flow, negative $300 a month in her business, in her financial planning business. For 3 years. She had exhausted her own retirement account. Imagine, you're telling people how to grow wealth, and you're taking money out of your retirement. I mean, it's so hard, right? I mean, she had all the intention of helping people, but she didn't have the skills. She didn't know how to do it. She was frustrated. She was confused. She was unclear of what to do, and she was giving away her time for free. How many of you have done that? Say yes. Yes. Okay, I have another money type. We call her Overgenerous Olivia. Overgenerous Olivia likes to give away time for free because she's all about everybody else. Now, I want to encourage you to give to everybody else. I'm all about contribution and helping other people, but not at the expense of my life and not at the expense at hurting them. What I mean is that typically when you give your time away for free, you're actually not helping them because they don't value it. How many of you agree with that? Say yes? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You know those time suckers, right? So most importantly, she wasn't helping people, okay? Write this down. The biggest cost in your business is you not making money. The biggest cost. Now, oftentimes we're afraid to invest because, it costs us a lot. Yeah, well, if I was so concerned about investing with Jeff, with my coach, because of the cost, I would never have gotten the results. So it actually cost me more to try to do it on my own. Do you guys see that? It's not just money, though. What is it costing you to not be your true, authentic self? What is it costing you to not be helping the people that need your help? If you imagine for a moment there's a room, let's say we're 300 people here, but if we 10 times this, if we 100 times this, if you were in front of the room and you had this opportunity to change lives, and instead you went like this, that's basically you saying, I'm not helping you. That's you not being willing to stretch. That's you not being willing to invest in yourself. That's how I think of it, because all those people, whether I help you and you help someone else, there's the ripple effect, right? So when we help one person, we all know that, we change the world. We get to step up, we get to stand out. What is it really costing you? It's much more than money. So Lisa's quantum leap in business, so she targeted millennial women. That was huge for her to work with people she loved. They were ideal clients. This should inspire you, ladies. In her first year, she made $128,500. Is that pretty awesome? Not a bad year. As a millennial coach, she actually left the financial planning business. She became a #1 best-selling author. She's featured in Oprah Magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine. She today is 85% ahead of her last year's numbers, and she's a keynote speaker, all because she stands out. 2.5 years. Okay, I realize I take way too long. I'm used to 3 hours, and I have 10 minutes, so I'm going to have to speed through this. Can you guys handle it if I go kind of quick? Yeah. Okay, but I want you to get the components, okay? But we'll go quick so you get the stories too. All right, so I did this. This is just a quick example, but I want to show you, those of you who are investing in actual marketing dollars, I was very specific about my target. I 10 times my profit and then 25 times my profit in 1 month because I was specific. And that's, even though I work with not just financial advisors, I work with service-based female business owners. When I targeted them, when I was marketing, it actually was more compelling. Now, some of those people who I actually targeted through Facebook that saw the ad, let's say, for financial advisors are not financial advisors, and they still worked with me because it showed credibility.